This is the OTB Network.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. Summer season has just about drawn to a close. Temperature certainly has had a little bit of a drop-off, but the racing certainly has not. A lot of high-quality racing to finish up the summer season with Labor Day weekend kicking off things down at Delaware Park this week. $100,000 added stakes race on Sunday, the Sussex Handicap. This is a 1 1/8 event for 3-year-olds and up. They're going on the turf course. Let's head down to Delaware Park for the call of the Sussex Handicap.
We're set. And they're off in the Sussex Handicap. Johnny Dollar away well. Private Slip toward his inside. Those two out there together as they run down that chute. Next in line toward the inside, that's Lord Grillo racing forwardly now in third, followed by Hold It, Hold It, Hold It. But the leaders have now sprinted clear of the rest of the field as they come toward the finish line the first time. Johnny Dollar leads it by 1.5 lengths. Private Slip second, a gap of 6 or 7 now to the inside to Lord Grillo racing third. Hold It, Hold It, Hold It fourth. Another 3 lengths to Little Ghazi in fifth. To the inside, Crowd Pleaser, Hardy's Halo, and Cynics Beware is the trailer. Quarter win in 24 seconds flat as they race around the clubhouse turn. Johnny Dollar and Rocco leads it by about 2 lengths now. Private Slip racing right there in second. A gap of about 6 lengths still to Lord Grillo toward the inside of Hold It, Hold It, Hold It. 4 more lengths further back to Little Ghazi, 2 to Crowd Pleaser, then Hardy's Halo, and Cynics Beware moves up on his inside. They've gone the half in 47 4, just under 5 furlongs to go, and now Johnny Dollar opens up about 3 lengths on Private Slip, who's still going comfortably in second, it appears. A gap of about 3.5 lengths now. On the move, that's Lord Grillo toward the inside in third. Hold It, Hold It, Hold It racing fourth, and a gap of 4 lengths further back to Little Ghazi. Next in line, Cynics Beware, then Crowd Pleaser, and Hardy's Halo is still almost a dozen lengths away. The 6 and 11 and 2 as they race around the turn. It's still Johnny Dollar showing the way. Private Slip is trying to cut that margin. Has it down to about 2 lengths now in second. It's still about 3 lengths to Lord Grillo toward the inside. They've got a furlong to go and Johnny Dollar to catch. The lead now is a length as Private Slip is putting in a good big. Johnny Dollar veers to the inside a bit. On the outside, Private Slip has dead aim. Private Slip now edging away again. Johnny Dollar and a late run from Crowd Pleaser up for third.
Private Slip, a horse that has shipped up to New York once in a while, getting a very nice win here by a length or a half a length in a very game effort to run down the leader, Johnny Dollar. Early pace setter was very alert breaking from the gate, ran on very nicely and held on for a good second. Crowd Pleaser, who had an atrocious start, broke very badly, fanned 7 wide on the turn, but was gaining a lot of ground at a fairly generous 8-1. Crowd Pleaser is a horse that has done well at Saratoga. Surprised we didn't see him up here this year. He ends up in the 3rd spot. The winner, Private Slip, is a 6-year-old bay gelding. He was bred in Maryland by Dale Capuano and is owned by the Crown Valley Stable. He is the son of Private Key from Blue Slip by Lines of Power, trained by Gerald Ferris, ridden to victory by Travis Dunkelberger. Private Slip completes the 1 1/8 on the turf course in 1:48 4/5 seconds. Continuing with stakes racing action, the Meadowlands opened on Monday, actually, Labor Day holiday, with the Boiling Springs Breeders' Cup Handicap. This is a Grade 3, $200,000 event for 3-year-old fillies, going 1 1/16 on the turf course. Let's head down to the Meadowlands now for the call of the Boiling Springs Breeders' Cup Handicap.
And they're off. Life's an E-Ticket toward the inside, going for the early lead. Out the middle of the racetrack, here comes Cedar Knolls. Quickly followed by Storm Dream. Passing us for the first time, it's Cedar Knolls in front. Storm Dream on the outside into second. Life's an E-Ticket is racing third. Script with the light blue cap is next at this point, followed on the inside by Minky. Middle of the racetrack, Miss Saratoga gains a bit of ground. They swing around the clubhouse turn and race to the backstretch, and it's Cedar Knolls and Dale Beckner on the front end by half a length, but here comes Jean-Luc Samin
'Samin' with Storm Dream charging up on the outside.
It's Cedar Knolls holding on to the lead. Storm Dream on the outside challenges. Then it's a gap of 3 lengths. And along the inside, Life's an E-Ticket is racing in 3rd position at the fence. On the outside, part of the Mutual Field script is 4th at this point, a length and a half. Miss Saratoga is 5th. Then comes Minky, who's trapped in along the inside. Watch is gaining some ground, and there goes Watch now moving on the outside. They're midway on the turn. And it's Storm Dream who's now taken command and left the field. Top of the stretch in the Boiling Springs Breeders' Cup Handicap. Storm Dream with Jean-Luc Samin draws off to lead it by 7 lengths. Watch takes up the chase in the 2nd spot. Life's an E-Ticket toward the inside 3rd. Lady Dora coming on 4th. But as they come to the wire, it's Storm Dream going easily with Watch getting the 2nd spot. Lady Dora 3rd. In the Boiling Springs Breeders' Cup Handicap at the Meadowlands.
Storm Dream, very impressive filly, breaking her maiden, interestingly enough, last time out. This is her 2nd career victory. However, earlier this year, when she was still running in Ireland, she ran a good 3rd as a maiden in the 1,000 guineas. So certainly a filly with a lot of quality. Breaks from post position 10, showed good speed, assumed the lead after stalking the early pace setter here, Cedar Knolls, and draws off under a hand ride with Jean-Luc Samin aboard. Finishing in the 2nd spot was Watch, never too far back, made a nice rally into the 2nd spot as the favorite, with Lady Dora closing a ton of ground after trailing early, picking up the 3rd spot. The winner, Storm Dream, is a 3-year-old Irish-bred bay filly. She was bred by M. Duffy, a daughter of Cat Trail from Mamara Reef by Salse. She is currently owned by the Lael Stables and trained by Phil Johnson. Ridden to victory by Jean-Luc Samin. Storm Dream completes the 1 1/16 on the turf course labeled good, galloping through the rain in a very good time of 1:47 flat. We are going to continue with stakes racing action from Philadelphia Park, where Monday's stakes feature was the Pennsylvania Derby, a Grade 3 event, $300,000, a 1 1/8 for 3-year-olds. Let's head to Philadelphia Park for the call of the Pennsylvania Derby.
And they're off in the Pennsylvania Derby. Carney's Prospect bounced out well. This Tyrant as class moves up with his speed at the inside. Their outline is being set early from the far outside, but Carney's Prospect is in charge in the early going. Their outline is quickly hustling up 2nd. This Tyrant has class will sit in behind those 2 3rd. Mass Market is down inside 4th. Include is alongside him running 5th. Perfect Cat is at the inside 6th. Trajectory with a good early spot. He is sitting 7th and is running about 7 lengths off the pace setters. And it's about 3 back to Cherokee in the hills. The trailers at Unhurried Pine Dance and pick up speed. The quarter was a sharp one, 22 3. They move to the backstretch with Carney's Prospect leading the way. Carney's Prospect by 1.5 lengths. Filiberto Leon is getting into bare outline already at the 5/8 pole, trying to keep up with Carney's Prospect. This Tyrant has class, getting a good trip just off those 2 running in 3rd. Mass Market beginning to advance steadily at the inside 4th. Trajectory also making his way up in the pack. Perfect Cat is gaining ground down inside. Include will be caught wide heading for the far turners. The leaders are beginning to bunch up. 45 4 for the half. Just 3 furlongs left to go, and Include unwinding with his run on the outside. This Tyrant as class is going to go with him. Carney's Prospect did not go on. Pine Dance has made a big move for the back of the pack. He is now in perfect striking position on the outside. Trajectory is in with a shot as he is poised in behind the leaders. Here comes Pine Dance with a big move out the middle of the racetrack. Include trying to stay with him. Trajectory set down for the drive, but it's Pine Dance. Pine Dance comes down to the 8th hole. He's drawn away by 3. On the outside, some late foot from Cherokee in the hills, been Mass Market, but it's Pine Dance. That big sweeping move near the 3/8 pole has carried him to the front, and Pine Dance a 13-1 winner. Pine Dance has it by 3. Mass Market was second.
It's going to be another horse who spent some time in Ireland, Pine Dance. This one American bred, but had been Irish raced before shipping to the United States, picking up a win in the American Derby. Last time out, a disappointing 8th on the turf in the Secretariat Stakes. Switched to the main track, getting a nice off-the-pace win, reserved early, made a 4-wide move on the final turn to take command, and draws off at 13-1 to a 3-length win. Mass Market was fairly close early, run between horses on the early going, was not able to put forth a really strong bid. He was in fact interfered with slightly on the turn. There was a claim of foul by Rick Wilson against Pine Dance that indicated the Pine Dance had interfered with, I believe it was trajectory, causing the clipping of heels, but Mass Market closes a bit of ground for the second spot. Cherokee in the Hills comes from well off the pace after being outrun early at long odds 72-1, rallying into the third spot. He obviously really enjoyed the sloppy going. The winner, Pine Dance, is a 3-year-old bay colt. He was bred in Kentucky by Kevin G. Pipes, a son of Pine Bluff, from Dancing Affair by Dancing Champ. He's owned by George Hoffmeister, trained by Dermot Weld, getting the victory under Mike McCarthy. Pennsylvania Derby winner Pine Dance completes the mile and an eighth in 1:49 flat. Continuing with stakes racing action from the Midwest, we're going to head to River Downs for the Miller Genuine Draft Cradle Stakes, $200,000 for 2-year-olds going a mile and a 16th on the main track. Let's head to River Downs now for the call of the Cradle Stakes.
They're off and running in the 24th edition of the Miller Genuine Draft Cradle Stakes, and Mongoose displaying snake-like quickness sprints for the lead. Up on the outside, that is Diamond T there to challenge Hackley as away in third. Down at the rail, it's Gift of the Eagle running in fourth, and Running Rahi is right alongside, running in fifth, and then it is back to Dafka Devil in sixth. On the extreme outside is No Fast Moves in seventh, and then it's back to CD running in eighth, followed by Mecky Monster in ninth, and the early trailer is Sky Tower. They race around the turn, straighten up onto the backstretch, and Robbie Alvarado has positioned the favored Mongoose on the lead, leading by a length through an opening quarter in 24 seconds flat. It's Mongoose leading up the backstretch, Diamond T stalking the pace setter. Gift of the Eagle under Sidney Lejeune traveling easily in third. Hackley is next running in fourth, and then it is back to Running Rahi in fifth. CD completes the first six. Mecky Monsters improving up the fence, running in seventh. Dapka Devil is next, running in eighth. Sky Tower's kicking into gear. He needs to make up 10, and No Fast Moves trails the field. They move on to the far turn. They still have the favored Mongoose to deal with. He's starting to draw clear by a length and a half. Mongoose is on top. Running Rahi's putting in his run in second. Gift of the Eagle is next, running in third. From out of the back, CD is launching a rally. Now in fourth, Diamond T has dropped back fifth, and then it is back to Hackley running in sixth. They come off the turn, straighten into the home stretch, and Mongoose has the lead. He's on top by 2. Running Rahi on the outside. He may be in position to strike. There's a furlong to go. Running Rahi trying to catch Mongoose. Down at the rail, Gift of the Eagle is still alive. CD is fourth. Mongoose is in front and all out to hold off the advances of Running Rahi, but Mongoose has done it. Mongoose wins in front running style. Gift of the Eagle comes skimming along the fence to take second from Running Rahi.
Mongoose, a horse that is certainly bred to get a distance of ground, and he certainly has the right trainer to do it in Bill Mott, but he was able to show very good gate speed. He was away alertly. Robbie Alvarado able to slow down the pace just so and hold on for a length and a half win here as the favorite. Gift of the Eagle was well placed throughout, never far back, did have a little bit of steadying mid-stretch and rallies into the second spot with Longshot Running Rahi closing some ground into the third spot after a stumbling beginning. Several of the 2-year-olds in this field did get off to some disappointing starts, including CD, who ended up rallying into the third spot as the second choice on the board. The winner, Mongoose, is a 2-year-old son of Broad Brush from Salty Gal by Cox's Ridge, indicating that he should have no trouble handling the distances of ground. He was bred in Kentucky by Beth H. Clifton. He is owned by Gary and Mary West, trained by Bill Mott, ridden to victory by Robbie Alvarado. Mongoose completes the mile and a 16th at River Downs in 1 minute 46 seconds flat. We're going to be heading to the Chicago area now for Arlington Park Stakes features for the past weekend. Starting things off on Saturday was the Arlington Sprint, $100,000 for 3-year-olds and up, going 6 furlongs on the main track. Let's head to Arlington now for the call of the Arlington Sprint.
Away and running in the Arlington Sprint, a fine beginning for all. Magic Doe has come out fast beneath Carlos Silva and Burger Day, and Early Fire's running right with that one, and they are going to set a very fast pace here. Burger Day and Magic Doe paving the path down the backstretch. 6 clear of Vinny's Boy, now running third by 2 more. Then heavily favored Bet on Sunshine, 9 from that leader, and Chindy is running in 5th. 22 seconds flat, testing opening quarter here. Burger Day opens up on Magic Doe by 3 with 3 furlongs to go on the Arlington Sprint. Then a break of 5 more to Bet on Sunshine. Chindy is getting involved now. The gray Chindy will save ground at the quarter pole, and Vinny's Boy is last to make the top of the Arlington stretch. Burger Day runs a half in 45-1. They turn for home with Burger Day to catch. Early Fires trying to squeeze another furlong, but here comes Bet on Sunshine and Francisco Torres on the outside. Then Magic Doe and Chindy toward the rail. Bet on Sunshine, the veteran, now in front and kicking for the line. Chindy coming up to Burger Day, then Magic Doe. Here's Bet on Sunshine. Bet on Sunshine, his 3rd stakes win this season. He stops the clock in 1:09.3.
Bet on Sunshine, very impressive winner from off the pace. Didn't show speed at all, but was able to rally very nicely, drawing out to a 1.25 length win under Francisco Torres. Chindy also did not show much speed, as he usually does not, making his big patented late run. It does fall a bit short. Burger Day, the early pace setter, did draw clear on the turn, but was unable to maintain that advantage as the 2nd longest shot on the board under Early Fires. The winner, Bet on Sunshine, is an 8-year-old chestnut gelding. He was bred in Florida by Janet Gomez, a son of Bet Big by My Own Sunshine by In Reality. He is owned by David P. Holloway Racing, trained by Paul McGee. Ridden to victory by Francisco Torres, Bet on Sunshine wins the Arlington Sprint at 6 furlongs in a final time of 1:09 3/5 seconds. Completing the Arlington Stakes features for the weekend was the Arlington Matron, a Grade 3 $150,000 event for 3-year-olds and up, fillies and mares going 1 mile and 1/8. Let's head back out to Arlington for the call of the Grade 3 Arlington Matron.
Away and running in the Arlington Matron. Right away we see the speed of Bella Chiara and Lions of Beauty toward her inside, and they're moving fast as they enter the first turn. And then on the outside, Megan's Bluff running 3 wide, Golden Temper 4 wide, and Masada 5 wide, heading toward the backstretch. Diamond White secures the inside. She's 5 from this front runner, and then 3 more to On a Soapbox. And finally, Tutorial is running in 8th as they enter the backstretch. 23-2, the opening quarter. Alfredo Juarez Jr. and Lines of Beauty in front. And there's pressure from Bella Chiara. And farther out, Megan's Bluff and Masada well out from the inside, running only 2 from the front in 4th. Golden Temper next in 5th. Diamond White is giving up no ground right there down at the rail. A length forward of On a Soapbox, and Tutorial remains last of the lot. A half goes in 47 seconds flat, a touch over 4 furlongs to run. And there goes Megan's Bluff. Charles Woods Jr. sending Megan's Bluff to the lead. Lines of Beauty second as they leave the backstretch. Masada is running in 3rd. Mark Guidry now trying to inspire Bella Chiara. She's 4th with 3 furlongs to go. Then a wide Golden Temper On a Soapbox now in the midst of a rally. Further back is a wide Tutorial, and Diamond White is last to make the top of the Arlington stretch. 6 furlongs, 1:11-2, and Megan's Bluff first off the turn. 1.5 furlongs remain in the Arlington Matron, and it's Megan's Bluff in front. On a Soapbox running hard now, coming down toward the last furlong. Tutorial finishing well from out of last. Then Golden Temper, Lines of Beauty, Masada, and Bella Chiara 16th pole. Megan's Bluff still there. On a Soapbox running hard and furious on the outside. Megan's Bluff On a Soapbox, one more crack. Megan's Bluff the winner.
Megan's Bluff holding on for a desperate neck win over the late coming On a Soapbox. Tutorial rallying hard into the 3rd spot at long odds. Megan's Bluff did reach the lead after about the half and held on as the 2nd place finisher made a very game rally. The winner, Megan's Bluff, had last won the Arlington Oaks by 8 lengths. This was her first start against her elders, and she makes it a winning one. Megan's Bluff is a 3-year-old bay filly. She was bred by Kevin G. Pipes in Kentucky. This is the other son of Pine Bluff that picked up graded stakes credentials this weekend. From Cozina by Cozine. Cozine turning out to be a very good broodmare sire. This one is owned by James Rootsong and trained by John Hennig. Megan's Bluff, ridden to victory by Charles Woods Jr., completes the distance of 1 1/8 in 1:51 2/5 seconds. We are going to pause for a brief break. When we return, we'll have racing action to bring to you from Southern California and, of course, here in New York. Please stay tuned.
It's opening weekend of the Belmont Fall Meet. Saturday's card has the featured Grade 1 $500,000 Man o' War Stakes for 3-year-olds and up. Also, there's the Grade 1 $200,000 Gazelle Handicap for 3-year-old fillies and the $100,000 Floral Park Handicap for fillies and mares 3 and up. On Sunday, 3-year-old fillies go in the Grade 1 $250,000 Garden City Breeders' Cup Handicap. From Arlington Park on Saturday, it's the $75,000 Top Flight Stakes for 2-year-old fillies. Catch the opening weekend at Belmont, along with all of the thoroughbred action at any Capital OTB location.
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. Next, we're going to be heading out to Southern California, where Del Mar continues their summer and almost into fall meeting. Things last week heated up with the 7-furlong Del Mar Debutante run for $250,000 on Saturday. This is a Grade 1 2-year-old filly event going 7 furlongs. Let's head out to Del Mar for the call of the Del Mar Debutante.
Away they go. Give Praise stumbled at the start. Give Praise picks herself up, though, in the white colours, one from the outside, but meanwhile it's Notable Career and Euro Empire at the rail that go on with it. Sea Real has come through to get third. Give Praise is in the 4 spots, and Cindy's Hero drops 7 lengths off the leaders. They head to the 5/8, and Notable Career couldn't be going any quicker. Notable Career 3 parts of a length. Euro Empire right there in second. A gap of 3.5 to Sea Real, been pushed along to keep up at this pace. Give Praise is in the 4 spot, 4.5 off these leaders, and then a gap of 6 back to Cindy's Hero. Less than a half mile to go in the Del Mar Debutante, and Euro Empire coming through to keep the pressure on Notable Career. Notable Career on the outside, and Euro Empire stride for stride. They've gone clear by 6. Sea Real is coming under a ride. Now here comes Cindy's Hero making good ground. Cindy's Hero going to come and try to collar these pacemakers. Give Praise drops out last. At the top of the lane, and it's Notable Career now shaking away from Euro Empire. Cindy's Hero running on gamely in third. They come for home. Notable Career's got to dig deep and find more, because Cindy's Hero's coming flying down the outside. Cindy's Hero coming like an express train. Notable Career trying to hold on at the rail. Notable Career, Cindy's Hero. Cindy's Hero and Garrett Gomez up to take the Del Mar Debutante.
Cindy's Hero entered this race. A maiden came out a Grade 1 winner. Very impressive effort here with a 3/4 length victory over the even money favorite Notable Career from Bob Baffert's barn. She has a filly that had done very, very well in restricted company against state-bred Calbreds out there. Euro Empire tracks the early lead and holds on for the 3rd spot. The winner, Cindy's Hero, is a 2-year-old dark bay or brown filly. She was bred in Kentucky by Tom Baxter, a daughter of Sea Hero from Cindezano by Alleged. She is owned by Elizabeth and Tom Baxter, trained by David Hoffmans, ridden to victory by Garrett Gomez. Cindy's Hero completes the 7 furlongs in a very legitimate 1:22 3/5 seconds. Stakes racing action continued at Del Mar on Sunday with the Del Mar Breeders' Cup Handicap, a Grade 2 $250,000 event for 3-year-olds and up, going a mile. Let's head out to Del Mar for the Del Mar Breeders' Cup Handicap.
Away they go. Click Co was out best of all and takes the early lead. El Corregidor from the inside gate, and National Saint right there as well. Here's Literal Prowler in the red colours, and Zanetti going to be forced a little wide, but going up just behind the leader. Racing in behind that comes Prime Timber. On the outside of them, Lord Sterling, and Highland Gold is at the back. They head to the three-quarter pole, and Clicquot setting a sensible pace out here, takes them along by a length. Zanetti is in the second spot, and Lord Sterling's made his way up to third. Here's El Corregidor scraping the paint in fourth, going nicely too, 2.5 lengths off these leaders. Literal Prowler is racing along in the fifth position. National Saint is 6-7 lengths off the leaders. Then we come back to Highland Gold and Prime Timber. They head to the half-mile pole, and Clicquot continues to lead them. Lord Sterling putting a little pressure on in second. El Corregidor now taking third and closing in on those leaders. El Corregidor has room at the rail, and he's going to kick through down there. El Corregidor now taking the lead. Clicquot's not done, though. He's going with him. Now Lord Sterling's got to pick it up from third. Then Zanetti. Literal Prowler on the outside of that. Prime Timber begins his run, 5 off them. National Saint is blocked down at the rail. And then Highland Gold. A quarter of a mile to go, and El Corregidor committed to kick on, but does so willingly. Clicquot, those up alongside these two, neither one of them will give an inch. Coming on third on the outsiders, Literal Prowler. Now El Corregidor suddenly gets a second wind, and he just bursts away from them. And look at El Corregidor just open up on them. El Corregidor breezing in the Del Mar Breeders' Cup handicap. Walk up 3 for Victor Espinoza. El Corregidor, Clicquot, then came...
El Corregidor in a bit of an upset here over the favorite Clicquot, with Literal Prowler back in the third spot. El Corregidor showed good early speed down on the rail, did make a little bit of a move on the turn, draws away to a 2.5 length victory over Clicquot. Clicquot, the early pace setter. El Corregidor tracking him early and passing him midway. Literal Prowler closing off the rail a bit, made a 3-wide move into the turn and into the lane, made a nice effort into the third spot, but was no match for either of the top 2. The winner, El Corregidor, is a 3-year-old dark Bayer Brown colt. He was bred by Needham Betts Thoroughbreds in Kentucky. He is a son of Mr. Greeley from Silvery Swan by Silver Deputy, owned by Hal Earnhardt, trained by Bob Baffert, ridden to victory by Victor Espinosa. El Corregidor completes the 1 mile in 1 minute 35 seconds flat. Monday's stakes feature at Del Mar was the Del Mar Handicap as opposed to the Del Mar Breeders' Cup Handicap. This is also a grade 2. This one $250,000 for 3-year-olds and up, going 1 mile and 3/8 on the turf course. Let's head back out to Del Mar once more for the Del Mar Handicap.
Gates closed, all set. Field for the Del Mar Handicap, sent on their 1 mile and 3/8 journey. They all came away smoothly. On the inside, it's Personette quick into stride. Alvo Certo in the Gold. He likes to show the speed, and he will again today. Alvo Certo sets a good pace for this distance too, as Chelsea Barracks now comes through to get second. Casino King is in third, and they followed by Blueprint. Personet's taken back to fifth with Wales outside of him. Then comes Clure, who's a good 8 lengths off these leaders, and Northern Quest content to trail early on. Into the stretch first time round, and Alvo Certo tries to slow them down up front now. Chelsea Barracks on the outside. Casino King is racing along in third, and Blueprint in the fourth colours. On the outside of that comes Wales. Down at the rail is Personette, been followed by Clure, and it's still Northern Quest the trailer, but they've taken closer order now. 8 lengths would cover the lot. They run past the 7/8, and Alvo Certo nice and relaxed out here now, just setting a steady pace. Chelsea Barracks quite content to sit right there in second. Casino King is tucked in at the rail in the third spot, and Blueprint is fourth, 3 lengths off the leader. Personet's racing on the inside of Wales. That pair have 4.5 to make up. Then we come back to Clure, and still the trailer is Northern Quest, quite content just to trail them early on. He's got 7 lengths to make up. They move on to the backstretch in the Del Mar Handicap. No change in this order. Alvo Certo, 3 parts of a length to Chelsea Barracks. Casino King is third. Blueprint has now been asked to pick up the pace a little, and Blueprint sent after them in fourth. Wales is fifth, then Personet. Now it's Northern Quest in the orange colours, starting to make headway without being asked. Northern Quest going up strongly between horses. Clure has dropped out last. They head into the far turn. Alvo Certo goes on for home, chased by Chelsea Barracks. Casino King right there. Personette down at the rail. Alongside Northern Quest in the orange. Now let's see. Northern Quest going to swing to the outside. Third and coming strongly. Wales behind that, and then Clure. Blueprint did not fire today. Blueprint's gone. They come to the top of the lane, and it's Northern Quest up to take on Alvo Certo. Chelsea Barracks, Personette in with a shot, fourth at the rail. But Northern Quest now strikes the front with 100 to go. go. And Northern Quest from last to first comes home impressively to take the Del Mar handicap. Northern Quest and Chris McCarron a length and a half to a game Alvo Certo. Personette was third, then Chelsea Barracks, Blueprint, Clure, Wales.
Northern Quest in stakes record time. Very impressive effort here by a length and a half from well off the pace. He made a last to first move as the second choice on the board. Alvo Certo showed good speed and finished fairly well. Unfortunately, did drift out in the drive, interfering with Personette. Ends up being disqualified from second to third, placed behind Personette, who made a nice rallying move after saving ground early. The winner, Northern Quest, is a 5-year-old dark bay or brown horse. He was bred in France by J.L. Lajardere, a son of Rainbow Quest from Northern Goddess by Night Shift. He did set the stakes record, was only 1/5 off the track record. This is a horse that had won the Arlington Handicap in very good form in July, so he continues to run very nicely throughout his 5-year-old season. He is owned by the 3+U stable, trained by Bobby Frankel, who's having a fantastic year in stakes company this year. The winner, Northern Quest, completes the mile and 3/8 in 2 minutes 12 and 3/5 seconds. Next, we're going to be returning to New York, but before we finish up the season at Saratoga, we're going to make a stop at Finger Lakes. Finger Lakes had a couple of stakes on the docket for Monday's card, starting things off with the New York Oaks, restricted to New York breds. It's for 3-year-old fillies going a mile and a 16th, the purse $60,000. Let's head to Finger Lakes now for the call of the New York Oaks.
And they're off in the New York Oaks. And hustled out hardest between horses is Rapunzel. Even tie up on the outside between horses, Champagne for Shelby. Athenian's Legacy is up close, do as you're told on the rail. Then we come back to Honey's Contender. And lagging behind, into the rail, Regal Sarah. And on the outside, Secret to Life. They make their way around the clubhouse turn. And out on the front end, Rapunzel will dictated by a length. Even tie on the outside second. Athenian's Legacy on the rail third. And on the far outside, Champagne for Shelby as they go in opening quarter in 23 and 3. They're midway up the backstretch. And Rapunzel with Bobby Messina nursing that lead a length. Even tie in second. There's 2 to Honey's Contender third. Champagne for Shelby moves between horses fourth. Athenian's Legacy on the rail is fifth. Secret to Life on the outside sixth. Do as you're told drops back, and the trailer, Regal Sarah. They go a half in 48 and 1. As they move midway on the turn, Rapunzel has been there all the way, but on the outside, Carlos Dominguez goes to work on even tie and now moves up to take over the lead. Honey's Contender is third. There's another 2.5 lengths. Secret to Life beginning to show signs of life from fourth. 3/4, 113 to 3, and they turn for home in the New York Oaks. And they're all chasing even tie. Has the lead by better than 3.5 lengths. Opens up by 4. Honey's Contender is second. In along on the rail, Secret to Life. To the wire, even tie. Going away easily by better than 4 to win the New York Oaks. Secret to Life second. And Honey's Contender third.
Even Tail, who had a couple of starts before breaking her maiden in New York at NYRA, decides to run through her allowance conditions very quickly, ships out to New York out to Finger Lakes for the New York Oaks, gets a nice tracking trip here, draws away by 5 1/4 lengths under Carlos Domingo. Secret to Life rallying well into the second spot as Honey's Contender, who made a bit of a middle move 3 wide, showed a nice move into the second spot and was not able to hold off Secret to Life late. Early pace setter Rapunzel, another filly who we have seen at the in the NYRA circuit several times, holds on for the 5th spot after setting the early pace with Eventail hot on her heels. The winner, Eventail, is a 3-year-old bay filly bred in New York by the Gallagher Stud, a daughter of Lear Fan, from Felicita by Rubiano. She is owned by the Gallagher Stud, trained by Richie Schosberg, ridden to victory by Carlos Dominguez. She completes the mile in a 16th in 1:47 and 1/5. Back to Finger Lakes now for the New York Breeders' Futurity, another restricted New York bred event. This one with a $100,000 purse. It's for 2-year-olds going 6 furlongs. Let's head back to Finger Lakes for the New York Breeders' Futurity.
They're off in the 38th renewal of the New York Breeders' Fraternity. Pepper Blues out quick. In between horses, Ladies Hero right there for the lead. Redding Woods is a length back in third. Graceful Devil will run fourth. Up between horses, TJ Hunter now coming on. Crusaders Gold on the outside, and we come back 3 to Coat of Arms. They go the opening quarter in 23 flat and make the way to the far turn. Ladies Hero dictates 3 parts of a length. Pepper Blues is right alongside in second, length and a half. Redding Woods third, a half a length. TJ Hunter on the outside fourth. Crusaders Gold on the far outside. Graceful Devil on the rail, and far back, better than 8-9 lengths, Coat of Arms. As they make the way toward the quarter pole, Pepper Blues up on the outside to challenge Ladies Hero. These two together as they come toward the top of the stretch in the New York Breeders' Fraternity. The half in 47, and Pepper Blues will take the lead. Moves off by better than 2.5 lengths. Ladies Hero is second. Redding Woods coming late in third. Another 3 lengths. Crusaders Gold through the stretch. It's all Pepper Blues convincingly. A sparkling performance for Pepper Blues and Adrian Barons in the fraternity. Tight for second. Crusaders Gold closes at the wire in a photo with Redding Woods.
Pepper Blues, this one getting the win in nice form from just off the pace. Another tracking trip, tracking Ladies Hero, getting a 4.5 length win as the second choice on the board. Longshot Crusaders Gold gave some trouble at the gate, made a 3-wide rally into the second spot, with Redding Woods getting kind of a tracking trip here. A little bit one-paced as the favorite. Redding Woods, a horse that had shipped in looking very impressive here on paper. The winner, Pepper Blues, is a Bay or Roan colt, 2-year-old, sired by Jelly Roll Blues from Prosper's Hen by Prosper's Fager, was bred by the Billings Partnership in New York, owned by Paula Tompkins and Myrene Lovelace, trained by Craig Cox. Pepper Blues completes the 6 furlongs rather, in 1:13 and 4/5 seconds. We are going to pause now once more for a brief break. When we return, we will be finishing up the Saratoga 2000 season. Please stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Mark Cassano. Join Mike Veach and me Saturday morning at our regular time of 10 for Down the Stretch. On this week's show, we'll be back in studio. Michael and I will recap closing weekend from Saratoga, featuring last Saturday's hopeful, the very experienced City Zip, against the lightly raced but extremely talented Saint Vere and Macho Uno. Then from Monday, closing day, we'll take a look at the best filly and mare on turf in the land, Perfect Sting, and her performance in the Diana Handicap. Michael and I will give you our highlights from the Saratoga 2000 meeting. Then, being back in studio, we'll open up the telephone lines and solicit your opinions and thoughts on Saratoga 2000. So all of that and more if you join Mike Veach and me Saturday morning at our regular time of 10 for Down the Stretch, right here on the Off Track Betting Communications Network.
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. The final week of Saratoga got started last week with stakes racing action on Wednesday in the Grade 2 Forgo Handicap, $250,000 for 3-year-olds and up, running the new distance of 6.5 furlongs. Let's head up to Saratoga now for the call of the Forgo Handicap.
And they're off. And a sharp start for Richter Scale from his outside post. Shadowcaster is there. One Way Love has come away running in third. Iron Punch is fourth on the inside. Then Silver Season moves to fifth. On the outside, Successful Appeal races sixth. And it's 2.5 lengths back to Proven Cure. Moving through in between horses, NT Dobb. NT Dobb's now about 8 lengths from the lead. Chasing Woman to his outside. And another 5 back to the trailer. Bright Valor as the field races down the backstretch. Richter Scale clicked off an opening quarter in 21 3/5 seconds. Brilliant speed from this brilliant sprinter. It's Richter Scale driving on the far turn, fighting off the challenge of Shadowcaster. Iron Punch is just in behind. Here comes Successful Appeal, and he's making his run as they approach the top of the stretch. They've run a half in 44 and 1/5 seconds. The field turns for home. Richter Scale, Shadowcaster, Iron Punch at the inside. One-way love between horses. Successful Appeal. NT Dobb is coming now. They're into the final furlong. Shadowcaster between horses now comes away in narrow lead. Iron Punch toward the inside. Richter Scale fights on. Successful Appeal, Determined, and NT Dobb too coming down to the finish. It's a shocker at 50-1. It's Shadowcaster. And a three-way photo for second, very tight among Successful Appeal, NT Dobb, and Iron Punch.
Shadowcaster in what has to be considered the biggest blowout stakes effort of the Saratoga meeting gets a nice trip here under Georgie Chavez, never far back, involved in the early going between horses, just far enough outside the rail that he did not get stuck in bad position. Georgie had him in the right part of the racetrack to draw away over NT Dobb with Successful Appeal, also mounting his rally wide, unable to maintain his position. NT Dobb made the widest move of all under Jerry Bailey to just get up for the second spot here. The winner, Shadowcaster, had beaten a very good allowance horse, Oro de Mexico, last time out up here at Saratoga, indicating his readiness and certainly returned to Sticks Company in the very best of form. The winner, Shadowcaster, is a 4-year-old chestnut colt. He was bred in Florida by the Hobo Farm, a son of Future Storm from Just Dance by Duck Dance. He's owned by the Gatsis Stables, who have recently transferred most of their horses to John Terranova. This one is trained by John Terranova. Ridden to victory by Georgie Chavez, Shadowcaster completes the 6.5 furlongs in a big upset in 1:15 flat. Stakes racing continued on Thursday at Saratoga with the Albany Handicap. This is a $150,000 event for 3-year-old New York breds going 1 1/8 miles on the main track. Let's head up to Saratoga now for the call of the Albany Handicap.
And they're off. Slow beginning for Storm the Gate, and it's Gratian who's away quickly. Impeach the Pro between horses and Turn of the Century on the outside. Image Maker is away fourth on the far outside as the field moves into the turn. Bowtie is guided over to a ground-saving position, followed by Keon Ritchie, who's now back to sixth. Then farther back, it's Boo Boo Bear, and the trailer is Storm the Gate as they race around the clubhouse turn. The opening quarter goes in 23 2/5 seconds. It's Turn of the Century, the leader into the backstretch. Gratian is eased off the pace to run in second. Impeach the Pro on the outside races third. Bowtie is fourth. And Image Maker very close to the pace, only 2 lengths from it on the clear and on the outside. Then there's a break of another 4 lengths to Keon Ritchie and Boo Boo Bear. A long way back to Storm the Gate, the trailer, as the opening half mile is run in a solid 47 2/5 seconds. Turn of the Century shadowed by Gratian. Impeach the Pro kept up on the pace in third position. Image Maker poised on the outside, fourth with a half mile to go. And then it's Bowtie fifth by another 5 or 6 to Keon Ritchie, Boo Boo Bear. Storm the Gate still trailing the field. Around the far turn, Gratian has come through to take the lead. Turn of the Century emboldened by that challenge coming back on the outside. And it is Turn of the Century in front by a head. On the inside, Gratian is second, and Jerry Bailey asking Image Maker for everything he has now as the field turns for home. Turn of the Century slugs it out with Gratian. Image Maker still in with the fighting chance. He's third. Storm the Gate far outside fourth. 1 furlong to go. Gratian continues to slug it out with Turn of the Century. Gratian and Turn of the Century. Here comes Storm the Gate, who's flying as they come to the finish. It's going to be close. Gratian and Storm the Gate in a photo that's too close to call.
Gratian making his stakes debut, a winning one here in a very good trip, contesting the pace inside, digging in gamely in the stretch to hold off the late charge of Storm the Gate, who came from last to second place here. Turn of the Century, who was the early pace setter in front of Gratian in the early going, holds on for the third spot. Unfortunately, the favorite in here, Image Maker, who was trying to be the first horse to complete the New York Big Apple Triple, ends up off the board with a 4th place finish here. Really a little bit on the dull side, making a 3-wide move, but not having much in the drive at all. The winner, Gratian, just going through his allowance conditions in New York Bred Company, has shown a ton of improvement over the most recent months. Switched onto the turf here, bred well for the turf. Wouldn't be surprised to see this one try turf at some point in the future. A son of Cure the Blues from Adorable Minister makes him a representative of the family that has produced stakes-winning Adcat, a very good New York bred. Adorable Minister, a daughter of Deputy Minister, so very solid pedigree here. This one is a 3-year-old bay colt bred by the Gallagher stud in New York. Gallagher stud had a very good weekend. They also own this horse. Richie Schosberg also trains him. The distance of 1 1/8 miles, covered by Gratian under Edgar Prado in a time of 1 minute 50 seconds flat. Stakes racing action heated up for the weekend with the Grade 1 Spin Away on Friday, $200,000 7-furlong event for 2-year-old fillies, unfortunately marred by the fact that neither Todd Pletcher or Mark Hennig had any of their really sharp fillies in here. It still ended up being a very good, hotly contested event. Let's head up to Saratoga now for the call of the Spin Away.
And they're off. And it's Stormy Pick who jumps out quickly on the lead. On the far outside, Queen Carson is there. Look at the Lynxes in between those two. So it's those three battling for the lead in the early going. Just in behind them, down toward the inside, Nasty Storm. Then moving through in between horses, Hit Gold. Out of Sync is running in 6th position, followed by 2 Item Limit. Seeking It All was off a length or 2 slowly, now making some progress while inside. It's a break of 8 lengths back to Weekend Gold as the field chases Stormy Pick through an opening quarter mile of 22 1/5 seconds. Leading by 1.5 lengths as they round the far turn. Look at the Lynx just off her flank running second. Just in behind, Nasty Storm is third. Followed by Queen Carson on the outside, fourth. Seeking It All is now about 4 lengths from the lead as they approach the quarter pole. Farther back, Hit Gold and 2 Item Limit. As the field turns for home, Nasty Storm and Stormy Pick slugging it out at the top of the stretch. On the inside, Nasty Storm. On the outside, Stormy Pick. Their heads apart with 1 furlong to go. Look at the Lynxes, third. Seeking It All is fourth. 2 Item Limit, fifth on the outside. It's Stormy Pick prevailing over Nasty Storm. 4 lengths back to Seeking It All, and they're coming down to the finish as Stormy Pick prevails to win the Spin Away by 2 lengths over Longshot Nasty Storm, and Seeking It All was third.
Stormy Pick ends up getting out of the gate well down on the towards the inside. Holds on for a 2-length win as Nasty Storm challenges her at the top of the stretch at very long odds, 31 to 1. The favorite, interestingly enough, a New York-bred maiden, Seeking It All, rallies hard into the 3rd spot after coming out of the gate a little bit slowly. Unfortunately, it was announced after the race that the favorite had, in fact, injured herself during the running. She's suffering from a bone fracture in the foot and is out indefinitely. The winner, Stormy Pick, is a 2-year-old dark bay or brown filly. She was bred in Florida by the Mockingbird Farm. She's a daughter of Storm Creek from Program Pick by Peter Hoff. She's owned by Raymond Dweck, trained by Benjamin Perkins Jr. She is shipping up from Monmouth Park, bringing her regular rider, Jose Ferrer. Completes the 7 furlongs in 1:24 1/5 seconds. Next on the stakes docket for Saratoga, the Grade 1 Hopeful Stakes for 2-year-olds, going 7 furlongs. The purse is $200,000. The skies began to open. The clouds formed. The rain started to come down. The lightning was going off all around as the hopeful starters entered the starting gate. So we had rather a dramatic backdrop to this very dramatic Grade 1 event. Let's head up to Saratoga now for the call of the Hopeful Stakes.
And they're off. And toward the inside, it's Evening Attire coming up now to grab a shorter lead. City Zip got off to a good start. By the nose on the far outside, now running in 3rd. Yunaguska moving up quickly 4th. Jackson Better is now 5th. Macho Uno races 6th. St. Foray is 7th on the far outside. Zone Judge is now 8th. The field continues to run down the back stretch, and that is T.P. Louis. T.P. Louis is out and on the lead. Yonaguska is second on the inside. By the nose now runs in third. St. Veray on the move on the outside now from fourth. Jack Cerbetter is fifth. City Zip is dropping off the pace. Now being passed by Macho Uno. Then it's Zone Judge, who's followed by Evening Attire, then Standard Speed, and What's Up Dog. They're coming to the top of the stretch. Yonaguska has a narrow lead. Macho Uno coming with a four-wide sweep. After the lead as the field turns for home. In between horses, one by the nose is dropped back. Then St. Veray is there. As the field comes to the mid-stretch markers, City Zip is resurgent again. They're coming past the eighth pole. It is Yonaguska with a 2-length lead. City Zip, he lost a lot of ground on the far turn, but he's coming again, and Macho Uno is third, and they're coming down to the finish. It is Yonaguska, Macho Uno, and City Zip. Very close indeed. Yonaguska and City Zip, who ran a remarkable race.
It was two noses on the line with another one only a neck back, and the noses on the line are Yonaguska's and City Zip's, with Macho Uno back in the third spot. Yonaguska made a nice middle move, contested the early pace, drew off, made a very nice move into the stretch, but was getting a little bit leg wear. It was later announced that Jerry Bailey's saddle did slip in the running of the race. City Zip dropping way back early, came 6 wide in a very game effort to get the dead heat win here. Macho Uno very game between horses as Yonaguska and City Zip neither giving an inch, but Macho Uno only a neck back in the third spot and only his second career start. The winners, and I use the plural here, City Zip and Yonaguska. Going over City Zip statistics first. City Zip is a 2-year-old chestnut colt bred in Kentucky by the Stronach stable, a son of Carson City from Baby Zip by Relaunch, has now swept the three major races for 2-year-olds up here on Saratoga, making him only the 4th horse to do so. He is owned by Charles Thompson, Carl Bowling, and Lakeland Farm, trained by Linda Rice, ridden to victory by Jose Santos. Yonaguska, on the other hand, is a son of Cherokee Run, a 2-year-old bay son of Cherokee Run from Marital Spook by Silver Ghost. He was bred in Kentucky by Edward Evans and is owned by Michael Tabor, trained by D. Wayne Lucas, who finally was able to break his losing streak on Saturday. This one was a very expensive 2-year-old in training purchase earlier this year and has certainly lived up to expectations. City Zip ridden to victory by Jose Santos. Yonaguska ridden to victory by Jerry Bailey. The dead heat final time was 1:24 and 2/5 seconds. Continuing with stakes racing action from the weekend, the Grade 3 Saranac Handicap, $100,000 for 3-year-old, going 1 mile and 3/16 on the turf course. Let's head back to Saratoga now for the call of the Saranac Handicap.
And they're off. Rumson on the river. Aldo is there. Toward the outside, Lake Austin. Polish Miner toward the inside as they move by us for the first time. And Rumson on the river takes the early initiative to lead the field by a length. On the outside, Lake Austin runs in second. Rob Spirit now, and Jerry Bailey puts him in the early mix, moving through between horses to be third. Then on the inside, Aldo, a ground-saving fourth. 3 Wonders takes to the outside fifth. Treasured Gift, Polish Miner, Dawn of the Condor, and What a Brainstorm is the trailer. Around the clubhouse turn after an opening quarter and 24 seconds flat. Rumson on the river is the leader. Rob Spirit is right there in between horses. Lake Austin 3 wide round the clubhouse turn. 2 lengths back to 3 Wonders. Aldo to his inside, and it's another 2 to Treasured Gift and Polish Miner, still lingering at the back in the early going. What a Brainstorm and Dawn of the Condor. The opening half mile went in 48 and 3/5 seconds. Sensible fractions here. Rumson on the river is the leader. Rob Spirit, the favorite, right there just off his flank. On the far outside, Lake Austin remains back in third position. 3 Wonders followed closely by Aldo. They're still running 4th and 5th as the field approaches the far turn. They've run 3/4 and 1, 12 and 4. Rumson on the river, a narrow lead. Rob Spirit on the outside surges to grab a short lead. Now Rob Spirit in front by a head. Rumson on the river is running second. Here comes Lake Austin on the far outside. Those three will strike the top of the stretch together. Treasured Gift is just in behind them. What a Brainstorm is fanned wide as they come into the stretch. Then Aldo down toward the inside and Dawn of the Condor. They're coming into the final furlong now. Lake Austin, Rob Spirit, they are both fully extended. Dawn of the Condor coming down the center of the race course now, and What a Brainstorm. Rob Spirit emerges with a short lead. Rob Spirit in front on the outside. What a Brainstorm with the final surge as they come down to the line. Rob Spirit holds on.
Rob Spirit is the heavy favorite in here. The great combination of theatrical, Bill Mott, Jerry Bailey on the turf going long. Good tracking trip here, gets a headwind in a very game effort over the late charging What a Brainstorm. Dawn of the Condor, who was outrun early, made a wide move into the stretch, finishing very strongly. The winner, Rob Spirit, is a 3-year-old bay colt. He was bred in Kentucky by the late Alan Paulson, a son of Theatrical from Winglet by Alydar. He is owned by Edward White and Michael Paulson, ridden to victory, or trained by Bill Mott, ridden to victory by Jerry Bailey. Rob Spirit completes the mile in 3/16 in 1:55 and 2/5 seconds. Final stakes race, and in fact the final race of the Saratoga meeting, was the Diana Handicap, a Grade 2 event with a $500,000 purse. 3-year-olds and up, fillies and mares, going 1 1/8 miles on the turf course. We're still waiting to see this race upgraded to Grade 1. It certainly has earned that position, in my opinion, in the last few years. Let's head up to Saratoga now for the call of the Diana Handicap.
They're in the gate, and they're off. License fee. Out first, a license fee to establish the early lead, moving easily in the early stages here with Idle Rich. Cold Star coming up from the far outside. Perfect Sting is reined in. Fictitious is trying to angle over toward the rail. Hello Soso occupying that spot now. And Pico Tenerife, it's a tight pack, easy pace into the first turn. The leader is License Fee. Idle Rich is prompting from the outside through a quarter that goes in 23 and 2/5 seconds. Cold Star 3 wide round the first turn. Fictitious in between horses. Hello Soso toward the inside. The favorite Perfect Sting is now about 4 lengths from the lead and off the hedge. 2 lengths back to Pico Tenerife, who's allowed to trail the field in the early stages here. Moving down the backstretch, it is License Fee in front. Mild pressure from Idle Rich through a half in 47 and 4/5 seconds. Then Cold Star. Perfect Sting in the clear now with about a half mile remaining. Then it's Fictitious is in between horses. Hello Soso's had a ground-saving trip throughout, and the trailer Pico Tenerife. The field moving into the far turn. It's still License Fee and narrow lead. Idle Rich is running in second, followed by Fictitious. Perfect Sting dropped off the pace going into the turn, but now here she comes. They're coming to the top of the stretch. It is License Fee with the narrow lead. Perfect Sting is there on the outside. Idle Rich is in between them. Hello Soso bottled up down toward the inside. Cold Star and Fictitious into the final furlong now. License Fee clinging to a narrow lead. Perfect Sting right alongside. License Fee is very game. Perfect Sting is there, and now she's in front. It is Perfect Sting in front. License Fee and Hello Soso. Perfect Sting, a perfect string of 4 victories this year.
Joe Orsino saves the best for last, getting the win here with Perfect Sting. 3/4 of a length win to remain undefeated for the season with Jerry Bailey aboard. Early pace setter License Fee holds on very nicely for the second spot. She's now with Elliott Walden and has done very, very well this season since Mr. Walden decided to put her back on the turf. Hello Soso was rated inside, did get a ground-saving trip, finished well for the 3rd spot here as the second longest choice on the board. The winner, Perfect Sting, is a 4-year-old bay filly. She's a homebred from Frank Stronach's operation, a daughter of Red Ransom from Valid Victress by Valid Appeal. She is trained by Joe Orsino, ridden to victory by Jerry Bailey, completing the 1 1/8 miles on the turf course at Saratoga in 1:47 flat. That concludes our look back at last week's stakes racing action. We had a lot of races to bring to you. I hope you have enjoyed the program. I'd like to give a special thanks to everyone who has had a really, here at TV 12, it's been a very busy season. We've got a lot going on, and I know it's been very difficult catching all of these stakes races to bring to you. I know they've done a very good job working very hard to be able to produce this program and get everything set up for you. So thank you very much to all the guys who have participated in getting this program ready during a very busy season of the year. We are going back to Belmont Park for next weekend's program. As far as the New York Racing Association is concerned, we've got great stakes racing, though, continuing right along through the fall meeting. We've got the Man Award, the Gazelle, the Garden City Breeders' Cup Handicap all coming up this week. Del Mar continues. Del Mar seems to continue to run their meeting now well into the fall season. They've got good stakes racing action coming up. We'll have these and many other stakes races to bring to you next week, and I hope to see you then on Horses and Courses. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm Jean Wood. See you back here next week.